Everyone keeps quoting $470 per square foot in Miami-Dade as an average. You've been looking at Miami, you have done the research, you have seen the number. Everyone keeps quoting $470 per square foot in Miami-Dade as an average. And I want to tell you something important about that particular number. It's not wrong. It's just useless because the same county that produces that average is the same county where a single property closed at $7,672 per square foot this 2026. And another market in that same county where a seller has been waiting 222 days for an offer that matches what he thinks his home is worth. We have to compare $470 per square foot versus $7,672 per square foot. Same county, same year. If you're making a buying decision in Miami right now based on a county-wide average, you are navigating with the wrong map. Here is what the data actually shows. Miami-Dade in 2026, it's not one market. It is more than 25 separate markets operating simultaneously inside the same county. And they're moving in completely different directions at exactly the same time. And economists are calling this the Great Decoupling. The concept is straightforward. The top tier of this market, we're talking about properties above $10 million, has completely disconnected from everything else. Interest rates do not touch it. Between 60 and 70% of those transactions close in plain cash, and global capital is moving into Miami not as a speculative play, but as a safe haven position because wealth preservation and multi-generational living and tax efficiency are tangible. That's what's happening in Miami. Meanwhile, the broader luxury condo market softened by 3.7% year over year in quarter one. Inventory expanded to 19 months of supply, but here is the number that should stop you. Sales volume went up 15.2%. More supply, lower prices, and more closings. And that is not a collapsing market. That is a market that started pricing correctly and buyers responded immediately. What this tells you is that opportunity in Miami in 2026 is real, but it depends entirely on which of these 25 markets you are walking into. So let me take you through the ones that actually matter. At the very top of this county, you have markets that operate in a different reality. We're talking about Sunset Islands, Indian Creek, Fisher Island. Indian Creek recorded a single transaction this year at $170 million, one transaction. Fisher Island grew 15.4 year over year, while the rest of the luxury market softened. These markets tell you one thing that applies everywhere else on this list. Scarcity always wins. And the neighborhoods that cannot grow do not decline. Hold that principle. We will see it again. The biggest winner in Miami-Dade this year is not where most people expect. It is Coconut Grove. Single family median prices rose 37.9 year over year. 3 million median sold price. Price per square foot? Well, $1,087. Average days on the market? Only 66. And that is the seller's market. And it is structural, not momentum. And the village center renovation, marina access, new modern construction, trading at the absolute top of the market. Inventory is extremely tight. And when a quality home comes on the Grove right now, it moves very quickly. Now, if we go, that will be northeast. Bal Harbour tells you the same story from a different angle. 26.1% appreciation year over year. Days on the market, almost the same, 62 days, down from 176 days just 12 months ago. But why? Well, because Bal Harbour is done. There is no land left to build on. The only way new product arrives is when someone tears down what is already there. A $30 million teardown happened on Ball Day Drive a couple of months ago, actually that last May, and That is what happens when demand has nowhere else to go. Now, let's talk about the two markets because this is, let's say, stability. The two markets that do not make headlines but belong on your radar. If you're buying, of course, for the long term, Coral Gables, price per square foot, $925, which is flat year over year. Before you read flat as weakness, understand what is protecting this market. An architectural review board that controls what gets built, zoning laws that have not changed in decades, and every transaction in the $13 to $50 million tier over the last 12 months take close in cash, 100% cash, zero interest. Just think about that, because if we go, that would be west or southwest of Coral Gables, Pinecrest, $816 to almost $900 per square foot. 41% of those properties can sell within 3 months. And the driver here is one thing: school access. Gulliver Preparatory, Palmer Trinity, buyers are stretching their capital specifically to get inside those school zones. And that kind of demand does not soften. Now, let's talk about the opportunity nobody's talking about. Now, here's the part most agents won't tell you. Brickell. Active listings just crossed 1,000 units for the first time ever. Not a surprise, right? Price per square foot down 8% year over year. And resale units trading between 700 to 950 per square foot. This is not a crash. This is supply. Thousands of new units delivered in a short window. Resale owners are now competing directly against brand new construction. To win a buyer, well, they have to price below the new product. What that means for you? Well, if you have been waiting for negotiating leverage in Brickell, you have it right now. Older resale units at $700 to $950 per square foot in the same zip code, 33129, 33130, 33131, where new towners are pricing above $2,100 per square foot. Really? That gap does not stay open forever. Two markets where the data is telling you a clear story that sellers refuse to hear. And now if we go to Surfside, closed sales averaging $1,150 per square foot, active sellers asking $1,331 at 181 per square foot gap. And the result? Well, you can see it on the MLS. 155 days on the market, 9% negative negotiation spread at closing. And if we talk about Miami Shores, closed sales, $683 per square foot, active asking price, $846. And that is a 24% premium that the market is flat line rejecting. Days on the market, almost a year, 222 days. And these markets have not collapsed. Buyers are still closing, but sellers are pricing at 2023, and 2026 buyers are not paying for 2023 prices. Here's what all this means for you specifically. The question is never, is Miami a good market? Miami is always multiple markets. The only question that matters is, which market are you entering and what is that market doing right now? If you want stability and school access, Pinecrest and Coral Gables are doing exactly what they have always done. Hold it, right? If you want appreciation upside, Coconut Grove show you what that looks like. But if you're buying momentum that is already in motion, if you want negotiating leverage, Brickell is giving you a window that did not exist 18 months ago. And if you're looking at Surfside or Miami Shores, negotiate against closed sales, not asking prices. Because right now, those are two different numbers. The county average is, $470 per square foot. That number will never help you. What will help you is understand that this market is not moving in one direction. It is moving in more than 25 directions. And your job before you make any decision is to know exactly which one are you stepping into. If you want to sit down and go through this data and how this applies to your specific situation, give us a call, 786-414-0006.